Guys, how you doing? This is Matt from How to Be Exceptional in our first live stream. So what I wanted to cover today is the 3 very common mistakes that a lot of people make when dating. So we'll just jump right into it, and we'll do more of these live streams and more videos for you. So it's really my passion, after finding myself in relationships over my life. I'm at the point in my life where I'm really looking to find exactly what you're looking for. So I want you to learn through my experiences and all of the research that I've done and the books that I've read about dating and what to do and what not to do. So with that being said, let's go into the first mistake that a lot of people do when dating. So whenever you're dating, whenever you're talking to somebody new, whether you met on a dating app, whether you met them in person, a big mistake that people make sometimes is to play games. Don't play games. It's 2018 or whatever year you might be watching this, once we post this and it's online for a while, but people know when you're playing games. The number one thing you need to do is simply be yourself, because if you're not yourself and you decide to implement some kind of strategy, if you will, that you read about or heard about online, it's not going to come across as natural. So you're going to come across almost like you're acting. Your body language might not be, it's not going to be comfortable for you. So number one, big mistake, don't play games. Don't count the number of minutes or hours or days that you're gonna wait to text somebody back. And we'll kind of go into a little bit in previous and future videos about the timing of everything, right? But the main thing is, if it feels right, if in the moment you're having a great conversation, and maybe you just had a great date, and you're wondering to yourself, well, what's the rule, right, to when I contact this person? I've talked to colleagues and friends and relatives, and getting all this feedback and information about relationships. The number one thing people can sniff out is if you're playing games. Number 2 is don't be too needy. So this is a big mistake a lot of people make, and I'm absolutely guilty of this as well. I've made this mistake over my dates, at times, and it's natural. I mean, so being too needy, what does that mean, right? We just talked about, if it feels right, text somebody or call somebody. So you don't want to get into the habit of overdoing it, right? So what that means is the energy and the effort that they're giving to you, you want to return that energy and that effort. So what does that mean? You have to assume that somebody is busy, or they're doing something. You don't know what exactly it is. So if you call them, you might leave a message. There's no rule behind that part of it. Just reach out to them if you want to reach out, but then you got to hang back. And that's actually our next point. But you don't want to just come across, maybe they told you, hey, I'm going to call you, I'll call you tonight. Okay, a big mistake a lot of people do is, if you don't get that call, you start worrying, right? Like in your head, well, she said she was going to call me. Well, I want a girl that's going to hold to her word. And then you might get upset. You might reach out to her. You might even go make other plans, and you're having a few beers with your buddies, and you're like, oh, I'm kind of over this girl, and you start texting. You might say something stupid because you've been drinking or whatnot. Or maybe you're just that kind of person, like, where are you? Or I thought you were gonna call me, and then to find out that she calls you later that night, and maybe she had a late night. I mean, who knows? Maybe she was out with her girlfriends. Maybe she is a busy woman, and she's a very successful woman, and she was busy with work. You just don't know. You don't want to assume the worst, right? When you're dating somebody, you want to give them space. You don't want to be needy. Return the energy and effort that they're giving you, and give them the benefit of the doubt if you don't hear from them, okay? And then the big mistake Number 3 is not hanging back. So this kind of relates to what we just talked about. If you have a great evening with somebody, okay, let's say you meet a girl and she's the girl of your dreams. She's a smart, beautiful woman. She has everything going for her. She's funny. You have a great evening. Maybe you spend the night together, and this happens over weeks and weeks and weeks, okay? You're naturally going to build up. Maybe you already did. Maybe some guys do this before they even meet the girl. We kind of create this, we kind of, think about the future before the present even happened, right? I mean, you see it, okay, let's say you're swiping on Tinder, right? And you see a girl and you're just like, I would give anything to be with that girl. She's amazing. You just know. Guys are like this. The point is, if you have great experiences with a woman, you gotta hang back. She's gonna get comfortable with you. If there's a connection there, she's gonna get comfortable with you, right? And then, you might see her more often, right? You might be more intimate, more frequently. But the thing is, you don't know what's happening in the background. I mean, you don't know if she's, talking to other guys and, or if she's, maybe she's a single mom and, she has other things that are going on in her life. So, you want to make sure you hang back after those great nights and give her a little bit of time to think about you and to miss you. So it's very important. It's a big mistake. I mean, and I'm speaking from experience as well. And the whole goal is to help you, avoid mistakes. And I've learned, when to spot those mistakes, because you want to change that bad behavior. So, after maybe many weeks, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is going great. I want this girl to be my girlfriend. When you don't hang back and when you don't let things naturally develop, and they will develop, no matter if she's talking to other guys or if she's completely single. If you have enough memorable moments, okay, physical and non-physical, a woman is naturally going to grow her attraction towards you. If you make her laugh, if you show her a great time, and this happens over and over and over, it's natural and it'll happen. So make sure you hang back and you don't think about the future before the present happens. Those things will naturally develop, and she'll start to mention things like, wow, I really like spending time with you, or, what are we, right? She'll start talking about those relationship type of feelings, and let her do that. So I wanted to share with you, in my opinion, some of the three biggest mistakes that guys and girls make, and you don't want to do that. I mean, like we talked about, you want to hang back, and you don't want to be needy, and you just want to make sure that you come across as your best self, and you don't want to push too much. So I really I enjoy sharing this information. There'll be more live streams and more videos giving you tips, and mistakes to avoid whenever you're dating or in a relationship. So again, this is Matt from How to Be Exceptional. It's been amazing sharing this information with you, and more to come, guys. All right, take care.